recorded in Chicago, Illinois, with your hosts, Ken, Matt, Neal, and Jeff. This is Triviality. The cream of the crop!
Hello and welcome to Triviality, the game where a lack of seriousness meets a little bit of knowledge. I'm Ken, and I'm sitting here with Neal.
Hey Ken, what's up? How's it going?
I'm sick.
Oh no.
All right, I've had enough of this malfeasance. All right, we're all here. This is Ken.
Yep, this is Neal.
And Jeff.
And
Who's
we're
gonna
here.
ask you guys how you're doing now?
Well, it's
We're
up in
doing
the air.
bad.
We're not doing too good today.
Badly.
We couldn't
Ken,
even
I'm
intro our
sick.
own show.
Yeah.
That's correct.
I am a little sick.
Ken is sick. Jeff's in despair, which we'll get to later. And we have some special guests here to make us feel better, though. And that is United States Champion Kellyn Maguire. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm good.
Doing okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you haven't been on the show before, but we see you almost every week at trivia on the team Bar Wars. One of our trivia team friends, I guess.
And
super
rivals.
friends and rivals.
Depends on the day.
They're one of the better teams out there.
They are one of the better
competing
teams.
with us.
They often screw us, which is a term in the game.
Out of context for people that don't go to our trivia, that's probably a little alarming to hear.
Yeah, there's a screw B card, so they screw us out of points often,
Right.
but only if they have
Much
to.
like, I guess, if you played You Don't Know Jack, it's kind of like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very, very similar. Yeah. But Kellyn, people haven't met you before, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, sure. I'm Emily's roommate who was on the Cowboy Code, if you remember that episode.
You have to remember that episode. It was a great episode.
It was a wild episode, Wild West episode, and I don't know, I work in the logistics industry, shipping stuff all over the place. Most of what I do right now.
Much like Robin Williams and Mrs. Doubtfire. You're boxing and you're shipping,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm boxing and shipping and
And you're pretending to be an
Emailing.
old grandma.
yeah. The costume's a little alarming for security at work, but they let it slide.
Yeah, it serves no purpose. She just likes it.
And
It's
that's Emily. Emily, we know you. We've
Hey,
been on the
yeah.
show twice, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
people know who you are, but any updates just on your life? And you're wearing a shirt that says "Let's Call the Exorcist," which is great.
It's a great shirt. I'm a really big fan. Well, it's on the bottom. It says like things for kids to do or like activities for kids.
Yeah,
It's
it kind of looks
Let's
like
Call
the
Exorcist.
cover of a board game or something like
Yeah.
that from the 70s.
Yeah, there's another one that says "Let's Summon Demons." It's just a kid like laying in the middle of like a pentagram circle.
I could see it as like the cover of a highlights magazine.
Yeah.
One of those little golden books.
And what
So this shirt's about all that's new with me. I'm still a grad student, still a speech coach, still just living, bopping around.
Still writing trivia, still
Still writing trivia.
Yeah.
Kicking ass.
Still being
taking
fun and
names.
flirty.
Yeah, fun and flirty.
fun and flirty, yeah. Well, thank you guys for joining us and also for being Patreon supporters. We really appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah.
And Emily, you actually wrote a game for us today.
I did.
So
back.
she's back. And
The title of my document is Triviality, Too Fast, Too Furious. So
Okay.
let's just set in the mood there.
Well, I think, Jeff, you and I can be a team today, if that's okay.
Sure. I'd like that, Neal.
What should we have as a team name? I mean, how are you feeling today? Is there anything we can use?
I mean, not really. You asked me how I was doing when I sat down 5 minutes late to our recording, and I just said the word despair with no context. So
And I have a migraine currently, so how about we be Migraine and Despair, consulting detectives who are always upset and in pain.
It's a rough industry right there.
that's also the full
migraine.
team name, just so you know.
This is my part.
It must be referenced in full.
Yeah, so you have to say Migraine and Despair, consulting detectives who are always upset and in pain.
Maybe
All
just
right,
the
I'm
first
ready.
part.
Maybe just the first part.
What would be your theme song?
The theme song would be...
I'm hearing a lot of like drawn bowstrings, like
Oh, yeah.
like on
Basically-
World's
chopsticks.
smallest violin.
Basically, we take Yo-Yo Ma and we lock him in a room and we chain his wrists to his cello and just have him pluck strings for an hour.
Is anyone familiar with the sound design from Hannibal?
I am not.
Okay.
Intimately.
Yeah.
Ken,
No,
you're going to be with
no.
Kellyn?
Yeah, we'll be together, and we're kind of inspired by something that was going on in our fan group, The Crop. Somebody had posted a great idea, which is swap out a letter of a TV show and pretty much ruin the TV show with the new title. So we're going to use a movie this time, and we're going to be Schindler's Lisp, the tale of Oskar Schindler going to speech therapy.
Could have saved more of them.
Liam
I'm so
Neeson,
glad
thank
you
you
found
for
a good
being here.
speech pathologist.
So Schindler's Lisp versus Migraine and Despair.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Sounds good to me.
Emily, before we throw it over to you,
sure.
we have to throw it over to the rules guy. So let's see what he's doing today.
The rules of the game are simple. 20 questions split into 2 rounds worth 10 points apiece. At halftime, there'll be a special swing round designed by this week's host. After regulation, players will enter the final round with the points that they've accumulated and will have a chance to wager 0 to 30 points on 5 categorized questions. At the end of the game, someone will be named the cream of the crop.
You know that I'm the cream of the crop.
What do you guys think?
Wow.
He makes a lot of eye contact.
That took my breath away this time.
So Emily, we're ready when you are to get going.
Cool. All right. Well, let's start with question 1. After starring in a very popular movie franchise, what actor has since lended his voice to shows such as The Regular Show, Robot Chicken, and Codename Kids Next Door?
All right, we are going to lock in. Kellyn knew this one right off the bat.
Yeah, so immediately I think Robot Chicken, I look at Seth Green just because he was the creator of it, and he does most of the voices.
Does Mila Kunis do voices in that too? I'm trying to remember who else
Probably.
is in that.
I bet a lot of the Family Guy people come over. But I do remember, since my brother loves Regular Show, that's the one with the raccoon and the blue jay, and there's like a abominable. I can't. Oh man.
Abominable.
Speech help now.
A bumble.
Abominable. Oh my god.
There's a great Batman sound effect there, Neal.
Anyway, you know what I'm
that's a good
saying.
one.
There's a big snowman, and
Do you know his name?
And an elf that wants to be a dentist. And
yes, but I think he's voiced by Mark Hamill, or Mark Hamill is the guy who lifts weights on the show, and I believe he's also in all those other shows. So we said Mark Hamill.
And we also said Mark Hamill.
it is Mark Hamill. He voices Skips on the regular show. It's like, when I first heard it, I thought it was Harvey Firestein for sure, and then discovered it was Mark Hamill, which is really nice.
Skips is the abominable snowman.
Abominable. There we go. Abominable. I feel like I need to be like an old announcer for that. Abominable.
That didn't even sound like a word at that time.
That was worse.
That was Ken's impression of Brian Regan. It was like a really deep reference. Can you do an impression?
Not really.
Oh, you're good at it, though.
Hey!
All right.
I'm so nervous. All right, moving right along to question
Big yellow
two.
one's the sun.
There you go.
There it is. There
I
it
only
is.
know Moosin.
Moosin.
All right, guys.
You just have to scream, really.
It is amazing how clean he is as a comic.
Yeah.
And I never realized it.
Well, he showers every day.
That too.
He follows the cowboy code. Thank God.
He does. You're right.
Okay, so question 2. Once again, competitive eater Joey Chestnut dominated the Nathan's Famous hot dog eating contest this past 4th of July. This is horrifying to me, but within 10, how many hot dogs did he eat in 10 minutes to win the title?
Within 10, you said?
Yes.
All right, we're locked in.
You can go there. That's definitely in range.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I think we might be only 1 or 2 off.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. So if we're 1 or 2 off, then we have to eat whatever the difference is in hot dogs together, and we have to
Okay.
feed each other
For lunch.
For lunch.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll let Jeff take this then.
We're going with 72.
We went with 82.
Oh no, you guys were 1 off from being in the correct range. He ate 71 hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Yeah. So apparently Neal and I now have to eat 1 hot dog for lunch, which
Well, we have to be
somewhat
Seems very
reasonable.
doable.
It has to be Lady and the Tramp style, though, where we inch together.
Aw, that's cute.
One hot dog between the two of you.
What a beautiful
Please, Patreon, don't make us use that as a bet, because that would be really bad.
He actually holds the record too. His record's actually 74 hot dogs.
74.
Yep, he holds other records like grilled cheese, chicken wings, cheesesteaks. He holds 46 world records. I worry about him sometimes.
I don't know if I could eat 72, 71 hot dogs in a week.
I could eat
I definitely
71
could,
grains
but-
of rice in one sitting.
Wow.
Maybe you'd be like the
You're
Joey
so
Chestnut
brave.
of rice.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, question 3. What popular singer is actually also a classically trained flautist and is 100% that bitch?
We're locked in.
We are.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That would be Lizzo.
Yeah, we're going to go with the truth hurting. It's going to be Lizzo.
I had to put Lizzo in here. She's just been my inspiration the past week. When she plays the flute and she twerks and she calls it hoe and twerk, or no, flute and hoe. It's amazing.
Flute and hoe?
Flute and hoe.
I don't pay attention to the
This is a
caption.
lot
It's hypnotizing.
A lot of pop culture references right now that I'm not getting.
It is. I'm enjoying
But I have
it.
seen Lizzo before, like a year ago.
You saw her live?
Yeah, before people knew who she was.
Yeah, she's great. She really blew up, though, recently.
Yeah,
so.
no, the tickets to her show were like $40 a couple weeks ago, and then we checked again, and they were like $185 each. So
I saw her for free.
There you go. That's the way to do it.
Well, I want to fight you. Just kidding. We're pals. We're friends.
Barely even paid attention.
Wow. It's because she wasn't fluting hoe.
She wasn't fluting hoe and whatever.
Okay, guys. Question 4. Aptly named glowing in Greek, Sirius is the brightest star in the night sky. It is also known as what name for its prominence in the constellation Canis Major.
All right, Kellyn's written something, which makes sense. Have you heard that, referenced?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm nervous.
No, go for it.
Okay.
We're locked in.
I don't know, Jeff. I'm really...
So I happen to know that the song "Sirius" is the song that the Alan Parsons Project does that the Bulls come out to.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and that segues into a song called "Eye in the Sky." And I'd imagine if Canis is a dog, maybe it's the eye of the dog. So is anything making any sense to you?
The eye of the dog was the last thing I bought at the spa.
What?
It was just a service at the spa. You get a massage and there's a dog with one eye that just stares at you for the hour.
Oh, wow. I
Under
thought you
the
meant you
table
got a
with your
dog's
face down.
eye. And I was like, what kind of healing properties does that have?
Yeah,
I'm
but
curious.
somehow Neal came up with something weirder.
I'm telling you, it's the migraine. I haven't taken the Limitless pill. I haven't done it today, so I was thinking about it, but I wanted to see what would happen if I didn't. So you want to go Eye in the Sky.
I happen to know that's the name of the song, but I'm thinking it's maybe the Eye of the Constellation, but I don't.
So maybe just saying The Eye,
maybe
starring Jessica Alba.
Sure.
Okay, so we'll go The Eye.
And we went with Dog Star. I took a guess because that was referenced in a musical.
It is the dog star.
Yay!
Isn't that Keanu Reeves' band?
Isn't Lassie the dog star?
Isn't that a song by Crosby,
Oh my
Stills,
God.
and
Sure
Nash?
is.
I think that's Keanu Reeves' rock band.
I think Airbud's the dog star at this point.
Well, there's no rule that says you can't have a dog in the constellation, so.
That's true. All right, question 5. A shipping container of plastic novelty phones fell overboard in the 1980s and have been washing up on shore in France ever since. What famous comic strip character are the novelty phones modeled after?
I have seen this. I can't quite remember. Oh, yeah.
So 80s. I mean, maybe they're Snoopy phones, right? Or what's the yellow bird that bugs Snoopy? Woodstock, yeah.
I remember a shipping container of rubber ducks.
It doesn't bother them. They're friends.
The
Are they
Bert,
friends? Oh.
the Bert and Ernie style rubber ducks spilling
They're
over and washing
codependent.
up in places. I don't know if that's maybe what you're thinking of, but
I mean, do you know the story?
no, there's a different shipping container full of rubber
How many
ducks.
shipping
that-
containers are letting out into the sea?
A lot of them.
Who is supposed to? You're a shipping person. How's this happening?
A lot of the plastics that have ended up in the Pacific Ocean specifically are because we shipped garbage to China for so long.
Yeah.
So
Wah, wah.
So Snoopy, do you think?
just
You
try
said.
to live my role as Debbie Downer.
What else did you say?
No, you were asking me about Woodstock, but
So yeah, Snoopy, Woodstock, Garfield. I mean, I don't know.
Garfield would be good, given that we're sitting across from him.
I hate Mondays. I do.
So I'll let you pick whatever you
He
want to go.
loves lasagna. We can go through your gut with Snoopy.
All right, locked in with Snoopy.
And we chose my teammate Garfield.
It is Garfield. You guys were so close. I actually have a picture of it.
I think I actually have one of those
I'm
phones.
never gonna forget that.
It's a little bit horrifying. Can you imagine walking down the beach and there's just a Garfield? They're still washing up. There was a lot of phones, so 35, however many years later, they're still washing up on the beach.
So if you're looking for one more reason to go to France,
There you go.
There
You
you
could get a
go.
free Garfield.
free Garfield phones.
Phone.
They don't work, but good for display purposes.
But what if they did work still?
I think I actually have one of those. Our piano teacher used to give out prizes at the end of the lessons, and I think I ended up with a Garfield phone. I'll check.
Oh, please.
That would be so good.
So are you betting 1,000 right now?
No. We missed one.
Oh, 40.
Yeah.
Okay.
We missed the hot dog amount.
We missed the
So-
gross one.
So we
Schindler's-
have to eat 11 hot dogs.
11 hot
Oh,
dogs.
you can eat 11 hot dogs. I'm
So
good.
if my math is correct, which it often is not, Schindler's List has 40 and Migraine and Despair has 30.
Say the whole thing.
And Migraine and Despair, consulting detectives who are always upset and in pain, have 30.
Thank you.
See, I can say that quickly, but I can't say abominable. I got
Got it. All right,
All right.
guys. Moving right along to question 6. What is the only country in the world in which the head of state is a Grand Duke?
Well, it's not Genovia. That's a princess.
Ah,
Yeah.
Genovia.
Why not?
All right, we picked.
It's also largely fictional.
They have a lot of pears
All
there.
right, we picked a fancy country.
The only Duke I know of is the Duke of Earl.
How did I know that was coming?
So that's all I have.
The queen rules Genovia, not the princess. Sorry.
Maybe we're thinking maybe like a Denmark or a
I like
Austria or.
Let's go. The Duke of Denmark. I like the alliteration
Okay,
there.
we're gonna go with Denmark.
And I just imagined some trumpets going, "Brr, brr, brr, brr," and then the Grand Duke of Luxembourg.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So you said Luxembourg.
I really hate that you're right.
Yes.
Yes. Yep. He's got like 6 names. It's Henri, Albert, Gabriel, Felix, Marie, Guillaume.
And he's
Grand Duke of Luxembourg.
Princess.
He's
of
always
Genovia.
announced by a fop.
Yes, wherever he goes. But yeah, they're the only remaining country, the Grand Duke. I thought that was kind of interesting. Okay, so question 7. There are 5 resources in the game Settlers of Catan. With 6 guesses, I'll give you 2 points for every one you can name correctly.
We're locked in.
Yep, let me just write them down real quick.
I know nothing about this, so this is
Yeah,
all
me
you.
and Jeff play this game.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as Kellyn.
Let's bust it out again. We haven't played in a while, shall we?
Yeah, you gave up after I won 6 out of 7 games in a row.
that was a fluke.
Okay, this game's so good. It's one of my all-time faves.
Was it though? I'm just kidding. It might have been.
Did you get longest road? Because that's how you got to get longest road.
No, I had a city built fairly quickly, and then from there it just avalanched into several cities.
Yeah, I've forgotten all my strategies. However, the resources are wood, stone, sheep, wheat, and brick. And as the 6th guess, I just put clay just in case I messed one of those up.
Now,
Yep.
Jeff, let me look at your list here. You said the Settlers of Catan were Night at the Roxbury, Corky Romano. I'm sorry, that's my list. Sorry, Jeff, go ahead.
No, you're good. Emily mentioned longest road earlier, for which you'd need wood and brick. I haven't figured out why. And then the other ones are stone, wheat, and sheep.
Yeah, so points all around for that one. They're brick, lumber, wool, grain, and ore, which are basically what you guys told me. They just use
Different words.
different words. Yeah, when we play, we call the sheep baz. So I'll trade you some baz for your brick.
Yeah, I think after this game, we'll all just sit down and play a
It depends on what the exchange rate is. I don't know if
Yes,
a
shall
bar and a
we?
brick are equivalent.
I'll let you guys play, and I'm just gonna go somewhere else.
You're playing, Neal.
Oh no,
I will
don't think so.
watch.
Kellyn and Neal
intently.
team up to play Settlers of Catan. I want to see
The
how
game
that
would never end.
Yeah.
No.
How about some more Boz and give me some of that brick?
I just want nothing but sheep. I don't care about the rest of that stuff.
Kellyn will hoard all the
I
sheep.
want an army.
Okay, so question 8. Who is the only character mentioned by name in the famous opening crawl at the start of 1977 Star Wars Episode 4?
Yeah, we could probably figure it out. You said the only name that's in the opening crawl?
Yes, when the little yellow text starts scrolling up, there's only one character named by name in the whole thing.
All right, we're locked in.
So what are you thinking, Jeff?
I think it's Darth Vader.
You think so?
Yeah.
I was thinking it's...
What do you think it says?
I'm trying to remember. It's very political. All of those are like super kind of dense.
It's funny. They're either like super dense or like for children.
Yeah. I want to say it's either... I guess Darth Vader could be there, but I was thinking maybe like the Emperor. Like the Emperor Palpatine or Senator. I'm trying to think...
Maybe, because I was thinking Vader for a similar reason about it being political. They were talking about the precipitating events leading up to the rebellion, right?
Yeah. You know what? I'm not too sure. I'm just thinking it could be Emperor, but your gut seemed pretty good for Darth Vader. You just want to go with that?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it is a political figure. It's Princess Leia.
Yep, it is Princess Leia. Pursued by the Empire's sinister agents, Princess Leia races home aboard her starship.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right.
That's yeah.
Yep, I remember that now.
All right, moving on to question 9. John F. Kennedy has the most K through 12 schools named after him, but what president comes in second?
Oh, it's a good throwback. I asked this
the time.
question in Jeff's kitchen, like the second episode I hosted, but I don't remember any of them.
I hear this question all the time, and I was like, I should remember this, and then I never do.
All right, let's guess what you wrote.
Okay.
So I remember the list.
You
of,
got you got the big 4, right?
Yeah,
You've got
usually
like
it's-
the Washington,
Yep.
Jefferson, Lincoln,
Yep.
and probably Roosevelt. Maybe Roosevelt. I mean, my gut was saying Lincoln,
Lincoln. Okay, that's
but
fine.
but I could be wrong.
We are in the land of Lincoln, according to Matt, even though it's the Prairie State. But let's go Lincoln.
And we went with Jefferson.
Yeah, it's Thomas Jefferson.
Oh boy,
lucked
we just
out.
can't win them today,
Boise.
Neal.
We started strong, and we're just falling apart.
That's all right. I
It's the
believe in you
despair
guys.
and the migraine.
Maybe,
It's
maybe
the
this question
Garfield.
10. It's the Garfield. It's the curse of Garfield.
That's where we went all wrong.
I got all my power from my Garfield phone.
Maybe this question 10 will help out a little bit. In 1993, what video game character became the first to have a balloon at the New York Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade? Unfortunately, the balloon was going too fast and crashed into a lamppost, and it actually injured some people. But they did invite this video game character back the next year.
Okay, we'll lock.
1993.
Yeah,
I don't know if it'd be Mario,
Mario feels like the right answer.
but Yoshi maybe. I'm wondering if it's not like a Street Fighter, like Ken or Ryu.
I
That
would,
would be awesome.
yeah, my problem with that is that would be too cool for the Macy's parade.
All right, so the Macy's parade, it's appealing to the most
broad audience.
audience.
Yeah.
So who, if you say video game, like who do you think of? Probably Mario, right?
Maybe Pac-Man.
Oh, that's good.
I know it's like he would have been out about a decade.
And it's a ball.
but-
It's an easy balloon shape.
Yeah, I would think so.
I like that. You want to go Pac-Man?
Sure.
Okay.
All right, you said the balloon was going too fast. So Sonic.
Yep. It's a little hint in there. It was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, I thought there was a hint there, and I didn't take it.
Yeah. It injured some people, but they still allowed Sonic back the next year.
How many rings did he get on the lamp? How many rings was the lamppost?
1 point per person.
We got smoked that first
Oh
round.
yeah, no, it's bad.
What did you have? All right, so it looks like Team Schindler's List has 90 points, and Team Migraine and Despair Consulting Detectives, who are always upset and in pain, have 40 points.
Now they have a reason.
we had a reason before, but it's gotten worse.
It's solidified now. So before we go to the swing round, just wanted to let everyone know that you can come join us over at the Crop. That's where the reference Schindler's List comes from. There's, as Ken said, a thread on there, so you can have discussions with other listeners. You can have reactions to each episode that's released, and also news about different people who join Patreon, different
Lots of
events,
gifts.
a lot of gifts,
Lots
events.
of shenanigans.
That's GIF, not GIFT, right?
Not
Yeah,
yet.
gifts.
Yes, gifts.
Yeah,
There
they're-
will be no gifts.
Okay.
Yeah, no copies of the Katie Holmes film.
Felt
The Gift.
misled when I originally signed up.
But yeah, join us over there if you haven't yet, just to kind of stay in the know. We post more on there than we do on our Facebook page and Twitter, but we try to do all of them at the same amount. So yeah, join us over there, and hopefully you'll join in on the shenanigans.
I just also realized, where's Matt?
Oh, well,
You know what? Forget Matt.
I killed
Yeah.
him.
Oh no.
Kellen killed Matt. So how did you kill him?
It was there was
He ran
I
into
shot
my
him,
knife.
but you didn't know who did it.
Who done it? He ran into my
Until the
knife.
final episode.
Until
Until
final
you
episode.
confessed just now.
Yeah. Who shot Matt is the episode
It's
of Triviality.
It's the first episode of our spin-off murder related podcast.
Our true
Since
crime podcast.
Those are doing so well these days.
Who shot
My favorite
Matt?
Who Shot Matt.
Yeah, those murder podcasts are doing so well. We need to spin off into one. So
All right, well, we'll find out at the end who shot Matt.
Well, I didn't kill Matt. Please don't call the police.
Now that I'm wondering who shot Matt, let's wonder about something a little bit more. Less important, more important, definitely less important. Did you guys know that Ellen was supposed to be called These Friends of Mine? Today's
The show?
Yeah. Just Ellen was supposed to be called These Friends of Mine.
The
her mom
sitcom,
wanted
right?
to name her These Friends of Mine Degenerates.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give you the name that a TV show is supposed to have, and you just need to tell me what it ended up being called. I'm also
Okay.
going to give you the years that it ran, just because I think that's a little helpful.
Okay, that sounds good.
All
So
right.
10 of them for 5 points.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, so the first one is Life and Stuff. It was from 1988 to 1997. 6 of 1, 1994 to 2004. Good Morning Miss Bliss, 1989 to 1993. Lenny, Penny, and Kenny, 2007 to 2019. Chicks and Dicks, 2001 to 2018.
why'd they change that one?
I know. Nowhere, 2004 to 2010. Jerks, 2005 to present. Alexis, Texas, 2006 to 2011. House of Comics, 1987 to 1995, and Teenage Wasteland, 1998 to 2006.
All right, we're going to step aside and figure out these answers.
So after a lengthy and tumultuous deliberation, all of our answers are finally locked in.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry to hear you experience so much tumult.
Okay, guys. So Life and Stuff, 1998 to 1997.
No, Life and Stuff, Jeff, you said, what's that one Matt talks about all the time?
Yeah, because he loves the Beach Boys and Uncle Jesse. I feel like those were the years for Full House, so...
We went the other way and went Seinfeld on this one.
Mm-hmm. This was actually the original title for Roseanne.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Life and Stuff. All right, 6 of 1.
This is a weird title for Friends, we're pretty sure.
Oh, that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Yep, those are the years.
Yeah, we just, we weren't sure. We went with the number 6, and we said, let's add 1, and we went Seventh Heaven.
It was Friends, original title. Good Morning, Miss Bliss.
We knew this one because Matt talks about this one all the time, which is Saved by the Bell.
Yeah, same reason, Saved by the Bell.
Yep, that is Saved by the Bell.
He used to talk about these all the time.
Oh, no. All right, Lenny, Penny, and Kenny.
All right, so on this one, we thought Leonard and Penny are two of the characters in The Big Bang Theory, so maybe Sheldon or one of the other characters was originally named Kenny. We went The Big Bang Theory.
Yep, I think we also settled on the same thing, Big Bang Theory.
Yep, one of the characters was originally supposed to be called Kenny, but they changed it because they figured people didn't want to say, up next is Lenny, Penny, and Kenny, like over and over
Because
again.
it's really annoying.
Yes. Yeah.
It's more annoying
Plus-
than the Big Bang Theory itself.
Yes.
Probably can cause confusion with Kenny versus Spenny at that time.
Right, yeah.
Obviously.
The very popular show that a lot of people know about, Kenny versus Spenny.
There's a couple people in your audience that were just like, yes, he made a reference. All right, Chicks and Dicks.
This one, I had a weird inkling that the original pilot was for New Girl. I don't know if that's correct, but that's what we went with.
Yep, we also went with New Girl, and if so, that's an unfortunate original title.
Yeah, your gut steered you in the right direction. It's New Girl. All right, Nowhere.
Yeah, we deliberated about this one for a little while, but we kind of looked at the years and the idea of Nowhere, and we said Lost.
I think you're right about that. We said Lost.
It is Lost. Good job on that one. Jerks.
We went It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yep. We figured what's been running since 2005, where the cast is a bunch of jerks. It's Always Sunny.
Yep, it is. It's Always Sunny. And on to my favorite one. Alexis, Texas.
Sweet Life is Echo. I'm kidding. It's Hannah Montana.
Yeah, I think it was something to do with someone owning that name who they didn't want to associate with, so we said Hannah Montana.
Yep, it's Hannah Montana. And for all of you that, I'm sorry to break the news to you, but Miley Cyrus and Liam Hemsworth did break up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, I did. But I heard that they're still parenting their pets.
Oh, no.
I know. Love is dead.
If they can't make it.
Who can? All right, next. House of Comics.
We figured this one might be Full House.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, because they're Uncle.
Well, Joey's the only comedian in the house.
Right. Oh yeah, cut it out. Yeah, we weren't sure, so we don't think this is correct. But we said Larry Sanders.
That's Bob Saget erasure.
Yes, it is Full House. It was originally supposed to be about comedians living in a house together, but they wanted it to be more family oriented.
More kids, yeah. We need a baby with catchphrases.
Let's get a baby with catchphrases in here now.
It's like 80% of the 90s content.
Yeah. I think Triviality needs a baby that does catchphrases.
No.
Just find one.
I already act like a baby, so.
We just need to find the original bodysuit for the baby from Dinosaurs.
Oh, no.
And have it here.
Not the mama?
Yeah.
No.
All right, and finally, Teenage Wasteland.
Pretty sure this is that 70s show.
Ooh, that makes a lot more sense because for the timing. I think ours is too early, but we said Dawson's Creek.
It is that 70s show.
After the swing round, it looks like Team Schindler's List has gotten up to 135, and Team Migraine and Despair, consulting detectives who are always upset and in pain, are at 70. So we're still getting smoked. We're going to put a nice rub on ourselves and a little spice, and then hopefully by the end of this game, we'll be good enough to eat.
What a great way.
I'm excited about this new accolade that's not the cream of the crop.
Well, that's a somewhat odd transition into my first question.
About cannibalism?
I mean, In a way, no, not at all. In 1919, 2.3 million gallons of what substance flooded the streets of Boston, killing 21 people and injuring 150?
Okay. Kellyn is very sure, so we're going to lock in.
Okay, can you repeat that then?
Yep. In 1919, 2.3 million gallons of what substance flooded the streets of Boston, killing 21 people and injuring 150?
Did you say 2.1 million?
2.3 million gallons.
2.3 million gallons.
It's an edible substance.
How? Anything's edible if you try hard enough.
That's fair.
It's edible at least once.
What are you thinking here? If it's edible, I was thinking it was something edible too, but what would 2.3 million gallons mean? I'm trying to think in terms of
That's a lot.
killing people. Like, it can't be chocolate or something, right?
That seems like a lot of chocolate.
I mean, people in 1919, though, I think were less.
In Augustus Gloop?
What would need, or what could be transported? Oh my God, I'm having a aneurysm, I think. If you were to transport something with 2.3 million gallons of it, what would you, edible wise, what would you put in there? Like butter, milk, chocolate?
I have no idea. I sort of remember there was an episode of Streets Running Red with Blood, from a slaughterhouse, but that may have been in Chicago.
That makes sense. Yeah, the jungle.
Yeah, around the Upton Sinclair times.
2.3 million gallons of blood.
Yeah, that's a lot of blood.
And they delivered it to the Shining set for the elevator.
Everyone just forgot
That's where it
about
was going.
Kubrick was so demanding, he demanded it would be real blood.
That wouldn't
Human
surprise
blood.
me. Human blood of his critics.
And they screamed at Shelley Duvall for getting it wrong.
If it's Boston, initially you want to go coffee. You want to go, it's 2.3 million gallons of Dunkin'. But
It was boiling hot.
It's baked beans.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of what would kill people, unless it was just so heavy that it made people slip and fall in the cement. And
I mean, Boston, yeah, you think of coffee, you think of tea. I don't know, though.
Beans. No, that wouldn't be good.
I don't think you'd quantify that in gallons.
So,
It was just baked beans, dog. Just
Drowning in beans.
do you want to go tea, coffee, or chocolate?
I'll leave it up to you.
All right, we're just for the
All
fact.
of my toss-up guesses have been wrong for the first half, so.
All right, we're just gonna say coffee.
And I am 100% certain this is molasses.
Yep, it was 2.3 million gallons of molasses. It was in a big container and it kept leaking, and the people were like, "No, don't worry about it, we'll fix it." And they just painted the sides of the thing brown so that people didn't notice that there was molasses leaking out of it.
And the townspeople would take cups and get free molasses out of the leaking container.
Hey, there's free molasses down at the docks.
There's a great Chicago-based podcast called The Constant that does a great episode on this whole thing.
The cleanup took way long. It was horrible.
So if Twitter was around, this would be like, instead of people running to the ATM with the cash spitting out, they're all trying to pick up molasses for their jars.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, guys, let's go to question 2. What is the alliterative name of the American gymnast that was definitely not impressed with her silver medal in vault in the 2012 Olympics?
We're good.
I just need to place it for a second. I know her name.
Yeah.
Wait.
I got it. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys locked in?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
Michaela Maroney.
Yeah, Kayla Maroney.
Yeah, Michaela Maroney.
Michaela.
Yes.
We're locking in with Maroney.
With
Jenna?
Jenna Maroney.
Why is that baby getting more attention than me?
It is Michaela Maroney.
Are we
Pretty
getting
sure-
docked points for the lack of the Mick?
No.
Oh, Emily's too nice.
I say it doesn't
I said
matter
Michaela.
at this point.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
You
Kellyn said Michaela.
Okay.
You know what's funny? When this game started, I looked over at Kellyn, and when she was answering every question right in a row, and I saw her sweatshirt, and it said Harvard Law, and I was like, oh, great, now we're definitely going to lose. And then she moved a little bit, and then it said just kidding under it.
Yeah, it does.
But she's still doing really well.
I've had dads walk up to me on the street and be like, "That's a great sweatshirt. Where can I get that?"
Oh my God.
It's on Etsy. So
Shout out to Etsy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Not a
I'm
paid
pretty sure she has
sponsorship.
a singing career now, much like the Cash Me Outside girl. I'm pretty sure Michaela Maroney tried to get into show business.
Hold on. Let's not compare a silver medalist to the Cash Me Outside girl.
I don't know. Michaela Maroney's music probably isn't super great.
oh no.
Tell me if I'm wrong, though. I'll gladly give her a try. All right. In Bob's Burgers, Season 1, Episode 8, Aunt Gail visits for the art crawl. What does Aunt Gail specialize in painting?
All right, we're locked in.
Yeah.
I don't watch the show, so
Um,
probably nudes or something.
I was going to say,
nudes or fruit, or like baskets of fruit, or maybe burger, maybe food. I don't know. I've never seen the show.
I haven't either. So
how about nudes? That seems like a good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems pretty
Can
typically.
you be more specific?
Geriatric nudes, right?
Whoa.
That seems like really weird. What would people want to do that for?
Okay.
All right. Sure.
She paints bee holes.
Yeah, she paints animal anuses.
Oh.
It's even more upsetting.
Yeah, we didn't say human anuses, so I think we're
No.
off on that one. We have to be specific
I would
on
have
the
accepted
anuses.
just anuses. Plain old anuses. Okay, moving on from anuses, please. Number 31 on the table of elements, gallium, was discovered in 1875. It's not named after its discoverer, but after what country?
We're locked in.
Whoa.
Would that be... Is France Gaul?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I'm not good at geography or science,
I think you are right, though.
Okay.
All right, we'll lock in with France/Gaul.
Neal, I think we should just quit now. I know when I'm beat, because I'm pretty sure the correct answer is France.
Yep, it is named after France for Gaul. So good job, Kellyn.
I'm not into taking this many beatings in a row.
Those Brain Quest flashcards really were helpful.
I remember those.
I did those on road trips. Then we
Those are
got
great.
there's like a handhold console one. And my brother had the red one, which I think was math. And I had the blue one, which I think was like fun facts.
Those are the ones
I
that had
don't
like a
know.
hole punch in the bottom, right? And they were all
Yeah.
connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did the
You
fun
rotate
facts
them.
one say Ken categories?
I probably still have it. I should find it.
You
It has
won't let me.
buttons.
You won't let me say my specialty is fun facts.
No.
will you? Okay.
It seems unlikely.
I really hope that somebody knows this next one because it's one of my favorite pieces of information in the world. Macaulay Culkin originally had his middle name was Carson, but in 2018 he changed his middle name after the internet voted for him. What is Macaulay Culkin's new middle name?
Okay, I have two guesses here.
I have one maybe.
He let the internet vote, and he picked the top 5. He chose the top 5 and picked one out of the top 5.
It's one of these two.
I'm fine with either because mine is nowhere close to those, and I'm pretty sure I'm wrong.
Okay, we'll lock in.
I like what I'm seeing over there so far.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just wrote down Party Monster and Filthy Animal. I have no idea.
Both would be great.
They would.
Hilarious
Macaulay
middle
Filthy
names.
Animal. Macaulay Filthy Animal Culkin.
Yeah.
Party Monster ring has a better ring to it, but let's go Filthy Animal.
Okay.
Okay, I remember this happening, and I believe the top votes were, and I'm torn between two answers. Either it was Macaulay Culkin or Macaulay Culkin. We're gonna go with Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, it's Macaulay Culkin
Nice.
So we were wrong though.
Yeah, you were wrong.
We were really
but,
close,
But you were
though.
really close. I have the backup, the other, the runners up. He was either gonna be Macaulay Shark Week Culkin,
Shark Week's a good one.
Macaulay Kieran Culkin, his
Love
brother's
Kieran
name,
Culkin.
Macaulay the McRib is back Culkin, or Macaulay Publicity Stunt Culkin.
So the
That was
correct
too on
answer
the
was
nose.
Macaulay Culkin.
Culkin.
So you had the right memory, but just not quite specific.
Sort of
Right.
disappointed about the Shark Week one, though.
Yeah,
I know Shark Week would have been a really good one.
that'd been really good.
All right, after 5 questions, looks like Schindler's List is up to 175, extending their very large lead. And Migraine and Despair, the consulting detectives were always upset and in pain, haven't cracked 100 yet, so we're at 90.
I'm so sorry.
And we're about to crack each
I feel
other's
so
skulls.
bad. All right. Who was the first president whose mother, specifically their mother, was able to vote for him? And then a little hint: some of the other president-elects' mothers had already passed away before women's suffrage was a thing.
I don't know.
Let's just say this.
Because everybody before him I could see not being a good fit for that.
Okay, we kind of think we know the year, and we're gonna lock in with a rough guess.
I know nothing about presidents. I wrote Bush Jr.
So we got 1919, right?
Right.
And so the first year you could vote would be 1920.
Mm-hmm.
And that would have been the election of Calvin Coolidge.
You wrote down Kennedy. I mean, I guess his dad was still alive at the time.
I'm sorry, would that be... No. Would it be Harding? 2022 Harding.
Warren G. Harding.
Harding was way too old, I'm sure, so I'm sure he's not
Well, Emily
Lover,
also...
Boy Harding.
It could have been Hoover. He might have been young enough for his mom to still been alive.
Well, she gave us the clue, though, that the presidents-elect might not have been voted on, right? Was that what you said?
Some of the presidents after women's suffrage, their mothers had already passed away. So,
Right.
yeah.
I'm thinking like Roosevelt, for instance. He was already old at that point. His mom probably had passed away. Harding was older. Coolidge and Hoover were both younger, but...
whatever you want to choose, because I really have no idea, honestly. Because, I put Bush Jr., which is probably very wrong.
She probably did vote for him, but I'm thinking, JFK, he was pretty young.
We could do that.
His mom
he was young.
Yeah. Before him, Eisenhower was old. I'm guessing his mom might have passed away. So it could have gone as late as JFK.
Oh, yeah, let's do JFK.
All right, we're just going to go with Hoover.
Yeah.
It was actually FDR. You did say the right answer. He was older, but Harding, Coolidge, and Hoover's mothers had all passed away before they ran, so they were not able to vote for them.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah, but Franklin Delano Roosevelt's mom was all up in that
Polling booth.
I figured
Do we
she
know
maybe-
for sure that she voted for him?
Oh no!
Yeah, show us your sources.
Check my work.
Who was his running opponent? Does anyone know? I have no idea.
No.
in the first election?
Yeah, which one?
It was Hoover again.
Oh.
And he got destroyed.
Yeah.
The 2019 Tour de France just wrapped up on July 28th, with 22-year-old Egon Bernal becoming the first Latin American winner of the race. What country does he represent?
All right, we are locking in with a guess.
Okay, I have no clue. I didn't follow the Tour de France, but my logic is always from movies. So, Gael Garcia Bernal, the actor from Motorcycle Diaries, what country is he from?
I don't know.
Because the Bernal, I want to say he's from Spain. I could be really wrong though. I'm actually not too sure. Because Motorcycle Diaries.
If he's from Spain, that doesn't help us a lot because they have a lot of Latin American influence. So
Right. Oh, Latin American country?
yeah.
Oh, okay. So
Correct.
then,
Is that what I heard?
okay, so I'm thinking Venezuela or Colombia.
Okay. Maybe Argentina. Those would be the three I might think of because those are the most populated ones.
Oh, I like Argentina actually.
Okay. We can go with that.
That's what we're gonna go with.
I, too, was just thinking of Gael Garcia Bernal. But we said Mexico, just as a guess.
Jeff said the right answer is Colombia.
Oh.
Just can't win on these today.
Nope.
I know. Maybe on this one. In September 1968, the Beach Boys recorded a slightly altered version of what convicted criminal's song ceased to exist, which they named Never Learn Not to Love.
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're locked in.
Yep. Go ahead.
This is Charles Manson.
We went with Charles Manson.
Yep, it's Charlie Manson.
That part didn't make it into that biopic about Brian Wilson.
No,
No.
they didn't want to. Manson pulled a knife on the Beach Boys producers.
Oh no.
When
How out of character
Yeah,
for
I
him.
know.
Yeah.
That's why they stopped being friends. So, all right.
Oh, that's why they stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys. There are 3 hiking trails that travel over 2,000 miles in the U.S. The CDT, the Continental Divide Trail from New Mexico to Montana, the AT, the Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine, and the PCT in the West. What does PCT stand for?
I have an idea.
I was actually going to say that because it reminded me of something else I know that is labeled that. So
Okay.
we're locked in.
Yeah, we'll go. You said Pacific Coast Trail?
I don't know. That just seemed like it fit.
Sure. That's fine with me.
All right.
Yeah. Similar logic, I guess. Seemed like it fit. We went Pacific Coast Trail.
So it's Pacific Crest Trail.
No points.
No.
I almost want to just be like, just get the points, but
I mean,
it's
it makes
a
no
different word.
difference. We both
It's
get it
just
right. We
2
both get it
letters.
wrong.
Yeah.
This
so.
would fit in that thread on Facebook.
Sure. Okay, final question of this very brutal round. I'm so sorry. The 1958 song Short Shorts by the Royal Teens serves as the jingle for what common drugstore product?
Okay. Yeah.
All
Sure.
right.
You're locked in?
Yeah.
That's the song, Jeff. I'm trying to remember the commercial. It's he wears short shorts.
Yeah.
She wears... Is it sunscreen or is it...
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to commercials.
Anti-capitalist icon.
Really off the grid.
Just like tune them out.
But you can find it in like any drugstore.
I can't remember if it's razors either. Because you would want to shave, I suppose, to wear the short shorts. You'd want to shave.
I
But
mean, the logic makes sense.
You know what? I don't know. I know the commercial. Let's just say copper tone.
And we went with Nair.
Yep, it's Nair.
No, I use Nair on my eyebrows to get them just right.
What?
Sounds so painful.
Have you ever tried to use Nair, Kellyn?
I tried it once on my leg because my friend had some, and it was so painful. I
It's
did not
really
like it.
painful.
I
It's
did not like
really
it
horrible.
at
It
all.
smells so bad.
This episode's sponsored by Nair.
And the losing team will be putting Nair all over their body.
No.
Oh no!
Ooh, that's not a bad idea.
Ooh,
No.
Maybe just
one
like
leg.
a section of a leg.
Just one leg.
I do
It
that
is
for
a very bad idea.
it'll grow back, right? I'll do that for a Patreon.
In high school, Emily and I had a friend who, on a game of odds, we got him to shave one leg,
Just one.
just the one. So
He
I
looked
think,
great.
yeah.
Regulation is over. Fortunately, migraine and despair consulting detectives who are always upset and in pain did hit 100, so at least
There we
there's something
go.
to celebrate. So we got 100, but Team Schindler's Lisp is all the way up at 195, so we're still in reach if they bet 0, which we're trying to subliminally put into their heads right now. But the game is not over. But before we get to the final round, Jeff, we have 2 Patreon supporters in the studio right now that we very much appreciate. Can you tell everyone else how they can find us over at Patreon?
So if you want to be one of our Patreon supporters, you can do so at patreon.com/trivialitypodcast. There's a link in the show notes. And in exchange for your monthly support of our show, there's a lot of great things that we like to give back to our community, including bonus episodes, signed posters, a lot of great perks there. There's something for everybody.
Maybe a special rules reading.
Yep. There are so many things. Listing them would be an arduous and painful task for you to listen to. So if you'd like to support us directly, again, that's patreon.com/trivialitypodcast.
All right, Emily, what are these categories?
All right, our first category is Real Monsters. Our next one's Rocket Power. The Wild Thornberries. Hey Arnold. And Angry Beavers.
Now, if these are theme
Nice.
songs, I'm in.
So I say we bet 0 and leave their fate in their own hands.
Whoa.
That's the right play.
I'm kind of down.
You're down with that?
Yeah.
Watch them self-destruct. They'll have to be perfect
Yeah. It's not about winning. It's about
because they have
watching
100
them
points.
struggle.
So the best they can do is 200. So
Correct.
they need... Okay. Yeah, they need to be perfect.
Correct.
All right, I'm in.
Oh
I'm in.
boy.
All right, so you want to
Yep.
take that bet? Okay. So before we start, normally we say our wagers when we do our answers, but just for the record, Team Schindler's Lisp is going 0 to force us to be perfect with 20 points down every question. So that's what's going to happen.
I'm betting against these boys here.
Yes.
Let's see what we can do. No guts, no glory, right?
Oh, man. It's all down to this.
This could be a big garbage fire. Let's see.
Could be a nursery.
All right, for Real Monsters. This one really sends a shiver up my spine. It freaks me out a lot. The Wolverine frog gets its name from the hair-like texture that it deploys as a defense tactic. However, it's not actually hair. What in the frog's body is this hair actually comprised of? So what in their body do they use to make this defense mechanism? Rocket Power. On July 12th, 2000, what company paid $1 million for their new logo to be displayed on the side of a rocket that Russia was launching into space? It looked a little too cheesy for my taste. The Wild Thornberries. What Dungeons & Dragons class gets their spells, including Speak with Animals, and other magical powers, either from the force of nature or a nature deity? Hey Arnold, the 1977 film Pumping Iron, partially follows Arnold Schwarzenegger on his quest for his 6th Mr. Olympia title in 1975. Who was his major competitor for this competition?
Proud of Neal. He wrote that before. the
I'm
question was
getting
fully read.
nervous. I'm getting nervous.
And finally, Angry Beavers. We know that beavers build dams, but their actual homes are dome-like constructions built from branches and mud. They are positioned in the open water for protection from predators and have an underwater entrance. What is the structure called?
Dang it.
Okay, we are going to talk about our answers. Okay, so once again, we have bet 0, basically leaving it to Neal and Jeff to control their own fate. So let's see what happens in this final round, assuming they bet it all.
We did.
Can't confirm.
That was disclosed before.
So 2020, 2020.
Indeed, yes.
That's correct.
All right.
Actually, we went 5-30. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, guys. What does the Wolverine frog use to as a defense mechanism? What do they?
We said bile.
Show me pile.
Family Feud knows what they're doing. We said they were like bone-like structures.
That's actually correct. That frog breaks its own bones and then sticks it out of their skin.
Oh, that's right.
That was on
I've
Good
seen
Job
that.
Brain, I think.
It's the
they talked about that on
scariest
Good
thing
Job.
I've ever seen.
I've definitely seen that.
It makes me very nervous to talk about, so we're going to move on.
So Emily, seeing as they got that first one right, I'm pretty sure they had 3 and 4 right away. So let's do 3 and 4 first
Cool.
to add to dramatic effect. How
Of
about
course,
that?
always. I'm all about the drama. So what D&D class gets their power from nature or a nature deity?
That would be Jeff. I don't know.
Yeah, we said druids.
Druids.
Who else has said
yeah.
that? I can't say.
Druids.
It is druids. Yep. If you haven't seen the Crap Guide to D&D videos, they're so funny. They describe all of the classes you can be. So you should check those out if you don't know what a druid is. So this was question 4, but we're going to read it now. Who was Arnold Schwarzenegger's main opponent in the 1975 Mr. Olympia competition?
I'm going to destroy you. You're going to go home and cry because your arms are too puny. Lou Ferrigno.
It is Lou Ferrigno. I love that documentary.
Yep, the Hulk himself, Lou Ferrigno.
He's so mean to him.
He's so mean in that movie.
Yeah, he got in his head though. He had
Yeah, it
free real
worked.
estate in his head, and
I
there's
see you're pumping your biceps, but they're too puny. You'll never beat me.
I love that he's working out with his dad, and he's getting angry lifting weights to a picture of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he just gets squashed real bad.
It's
a vision board.
It's a really good documentary. Though.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's a great one. All right, question 2. On July 12th, 2000, what company paid $1 million for their new logo to be put on a rocket?
Hey, we just said Kraft.
Kraft, yeah, we went that way a little bit, but we thought it might have been a pizza establishment, and we thought between Domino's and Pizza Hut that Pizza Hut would be a little cooler, and so we went with Pizza Hut.
It is Pizza Hut.
Oh, boy.
This is the final countdown.
Yikes.
Here
well,
we
It
go.
all comes down to this
okay.
question.
Even if we get this last one wrong, I'm very happy with that.
Don't call it a
Very good.
comeback. Yeah. Okay, so what are Beavers' houses called?
We said dens.
That sounds
That sounds
good.
really good. We just said layer because it sounded brooding.
You guys were so close. It's lodges.
That's it.
Mhm.
Yes.
You got the L. The L's.
You know what?
Well,
I don't
took
even
the
feel
L.
bad about that.
That's very impressive.
Well, you guys made.
I don't even either. That's great.
You guys did make a very strong comeback. We ended up with 195 as we bet 0. How about you guys?
We ended up with 160.
Really close, you guys. But today we will be the cream of the crop.
Unjustifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Yay.
Well done.
Yeah,
I forgot
you guys
to say
too.
in the beginning that I'm from Downers Grove, which is the hometown of Macho Man
Macho Man
Randy
Randy
Savage.
That's right.
So
Excellent.
It's all
neighbors. not
Neighbors.
really. We went to different high schools, but it's fine.
At different
In
times.
different decades.
In fact, he may have passed away before you were born.
when
No.
did he die?
When did he die?
Die.
Not that. It wasn't that long ago.
When did Savage die?
Nine,
It was like 6 years ago.
2000.
7 years.
Oh, was that
7
recent?
Maybe. Yeah.
I was not born.
We're the babies that have the catchphrases.
I need a catchphrase. I can't.
Kellen, thank you for joining us today. You obviously
sure.
helped your team be victorious, but any shout outs you'd like to give or anyone you want to say hi to?
My brother has a podcast, episode by episode, going through the show The Shield. That
Love that show.
if I watched the show, I would probably know more about it to plug it, but that happens. And his roommate is our cousin Luke Metzler, and you can find his music on Spotify and iTunes and all that. He's very good, and he's hustling really well. And he had a viral video where he remixed Old Town Road to be about Thanos, and it has like 18 million views.
Nice.
That's
And
awesome.
So yeah,
Check out the Thanos video, everyone.
yeah.
And what's the podcast name?
I think it's called The Barn.
The Barn.
Just The Barn. So.
Okay.
That makes sense from what I know of Vic Mackey.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'll put the actual link in the show notes.
Cool.
Yeah, for people to check out. And Emily,
Hey.
any parting words?
I mean, sorry, those are some tough questions, but you guys
Not for
really,
us.
No.
you guys really came through in the end.
All right, sore winner.
All right, you want to
nice.
you want to close us out since you brought us in?
For me, Kellen, Ken, Emily, Neal, and Jeff, this was Triviality.
Uh-oh, the microphone's come out of its holder.
Let's talk about life and stuff.
Freewheeling Neal over
We've
here.
had a lot of fun here today.
Jeff, you had a good...
You feeling like a stand-up? Is that why?
No, once we get to the House of Comics, I'll stand up.
Okay.
But